Get it? Because of Shopping Center? I'm always looking for the diamond in the rough, but sometimes the diamond is the garbage itself. That's one beautiful looking card. We'll see if we can't make something out of it. Let's talk about Garbodor VMAX. Rubbish collecting is the ability. It's a really cool one that allows you to attach multiple tools to your Garbodor VMAX, something that not a lot of Pokemon can do. And we also have a decent enough attack with G Max Meloda, which deals 120 damage and also poisons your opponent's active Pokemon and restricts their retreating ability. A really, really cool Pokemon that has not seen a lot of play because it is quite difficult to get going. But let's talk about how we're going to manipulate our rubbish collecting ability and utilize a number of different tool cards. We have 4 different tool cards in the deck. That's a lot. We have 4 copies of Spirit Mask, which is a really cool card. Every time we are attacked into, even if we're knocked out, we can discard a card from our opponent's hand, just a random one. Pretty strong, and considering the fact that we can attach 2 of them, that can be pretty good. We can also attach Rugged Helmet, which allows us to return energy from our opponent's active Pokemon to their hand. Very, very useful. Plus, we have EXP Share to help us attach energy when we eventually get knocked out, and also Air Balloon to be able to retreat in and out of the active. Now, you might say, Mitch, that's a ton of different tool cards. How are we going to make sure that we have the right tools at the right time? Well, we have Shopping Center. I preferred this when it was Shopping Mall or whatever it is, but Shopping Center works perfectly fine. That's what everyone in the world calls it, apart from Americans, I think. Anyway, once during your turn, you can select one tool card that you have in play and pick it up from the board. So, if we have something like an EXP share attached to our Garbodor, we can pick that EXP share up and then replace it with another tool card that might be more useful once we've got our energy on it. That means not only are you going to get value out of your XP shares, but you're also going to get more value out of all of your other tools, which is very, very good. We also have in support of our Garbodor a 2-2 line of Toxicroak. If we can get some extra damage in thanks to poison, which we can utilize with the more poison ability, we put 2 extra damage counters on every turn that our opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. We can deal 150 damage in a turn instead of 130, which can potentially be the difference between a 3-shot and a 2-shot on a Pokemon VMAX. Also be noting the Dark type of Garbodor VMAX, a very useful attacking type at the moment since Dragapult VMAX is so prevalent on the ladder. So here is our list. It's down in the description. Whilst you're there, leave a like. I'm sure that I would appreciate it. Current me doesn't really mind, but future me, the one who's up at like midnight watching this video go live, he's desperate for it. So please leave a like and comment down below if you want to see a different deck in the future. Let's take this over onto the ladder on PTCGO and see if we can't get ourselves a couple of games with Garbodor VMAX. Alright, game is on. The game's afoot. We've got a Hiding Dark Energy on a Garbodor and an Air Balloon on a Toxicroak, on a Croagunk. Not a Toxicroak yet, but this is a pretty good hand to have. We've got supporters everywhere, which is fantastic. We can Marnie or Professor's Research, depending on what we want to do. And we have an attachment on our Garbodor, which is the bare minimum that we are trying to achieve for our VMAX. We need 2 energy by turn 2, so we're probably just chucking Research straight away here to try and get that energy attachment. We'll see how it goes. Looks like our opponent's playing Ice Rider. It's going to be an interesting matchup. They cannot one-shot us, but they can obviously utilize their Sobbles, their Inteleons, to get some bigger knockouts. So hopefully it works out. Path of the Peak. Okay. We've got a pretty good turn here. We can just research. Actually, no. Let's Evo Incense, which we've got off of the top deck. Let's grab the Garbodor. I'm going to throw that into play. That rubbish collecting ability is going to be really, really useful. Then we can research. We had 2 escape ropes. I probably should have just played that, to be honest. It's fine, we've got another one anyway. Let's play down the Shopping Center. I am going to play down another Garbodor. We'll put down the helmet. We will put down the Darkness Energy. Then we will play our Escape Rope, which I should have played before. Then we will Quick Ball away Dark Energy, and let's grab Crobat. Our opponent is playing Path of the Peak, so we want to get these out as quickly as humanly possible. We'll draw some cards, see if we can't find a Toxicroak, which we have. That's fantastic. And then we can retreat into our Garbodor. We could even put another Rugged Helmet on this thing if we want to. I think we might, just to say that we've done it. And then we can max Melota. We're going to do 120 plus 10 for the poison, plus an extra 3 thanks to our Toxicroak. So everything is going pretty well here. They will evolve their Calyrex into Calyrex VMAX, which will make our life a little bit more difficult. And they might also discard their energy rather than... okay, we're being escape roped here. Then I guess our only real choice is to put the Toxicroak in the active. That's not a very aggressive turn from them. Capacious Bucket. Do they have anything to do? Is this a very slow turn from Mario 040425? Keep calling. Okay. Well. Okay, let's boss's orders. Well, this is going to make our life very easy. What we can do is we can evolve into Garbodor. I'm thinking that we Quick Ball. We can get rid of the other Garbodor VMAX if we want to, and draw some more cards with another Crobat to try and put ourselves in an even better position. I think that's probably not a bad idea. We can grab that Crobat now. We've got Raihan for later if we want it. We'll Crobat first just to see what we draw into. We've got pretty much everything that we want. We've got an energy, we've got a Spirit Mask as well, so I'll pick up the Rugged Helmet and put that on the bench one and then play the Spirit Mask down, and then we surely just have to boss out the Calyrex, right? I mean, the game, I could attack the Sobble and the game would continue. I feel this is the right play, but I feel like it's bad for content because they'll probably concede. That's usually what happens in these situations. We take 2 prizes and go well ahead in the game. Plus, we have Raihan and Marnie and Research in our hands. We are looking very, very good, and fair enough too. That concession seems very reasonable. Alright, let's see if we can get another one. This is a decent hand. This is a very decent hand. Let's get rid of the EXP share here. I'm going to grab a Garb, and we've got an Energy, and we've got a Crobat as well, which is fantastic for us. I know, we're feeling very, very good here. And we're playing up against Jolteon. What we might do is we might just hold off here. We don't necessarily need to Crobat. I don't want to give my opponent easy prizes to take, and Crobats are incredibly easy prizes for Jolteon, so we'll hold on to this. If we need to use it, then we will, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. We can play down the Garbodor VMAX, we can evolve into a Toxicroak, and then hopefully off of our money we can find a switch and also a retreat, an energy? An energy? Switch and an energy. Those are the things we need. We've got the Garbodor. We have got the Evo Incense. Let's grab Toxicroak. There's only one in the deck, so we'll throw that into the active here. Now, we could Quick Ball if we want to, but I think just Crobatting for 4 is perfectly acceptable. And look at that. We've found everything we need. We'll chuck down one of the Rugged Helmets. No, we'll put down both. We'll put down both, because that's the ability. That's the ability. We want to do that. Then we will use Escape Rope. We'll see what our opponent brings forward. Jolteon is a fair choice. We'll attach the energy, and then we will throw this Marnie down. Draw ourselves 5 fresh cards for next turn. Would have liked to have seen another basic Garbodor there, but to be honest, it's not that big of a deal. We can G-Max Melota here, deal 120 plus the 30 for the poison, 10 plus 20 for Toxicroak, and then the most important thing, since our opponent is poisoned and was attacked by Melota last turn, they cannot retreat, which is fantastic. This is less fantastic. Path of the Peak removes our ability, so we can only have one tool, which is very boring. We want to play down our shopping mall. We want to use the mall, right? We want to use the mall. Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the mall today, preferably. Come on, Jessica. Anyway, what is our opponent going to do here? They've evolved into the VMAX, so it means that they could potentially retreat this turn. I think the effect of the attack is removed if they do that, but we'll wait and see. They do have the badge, so they can attack this turn. Can they find the Zigzagoon to get rid of our Toxicroak? They're going to Marnie for it, and fair enough too. If they get the Marnie into the Zigzagoon here, they will be able to ping the Toxicroak on the bench and then also knock it out thanks to Thunder Rumble. But they don't have it, which means we're actually able to take a knockout on this thing this turn, which is very impressive. Plus, we've got double Quick Ball. We can grab another Garbodor here, attach the air balloon, the hiding energy, and the Rugged Helmet, and then Marnie. And this is a really, really good position to be in. I'll throw it out there. This doesn't normally happen. I'm not normally doing this well with this deck. At present, I am surprised. Let's Melota. We will take the knockout on this Jolteon here. 120 plus 30 more for our poison damage. Means one knocked out Jolteon, which is very good for us. We go 3 prizes in front. Hello. Can we get a shopping mall off of these prizes, perhaps? Replace that path to the peak? No? I made a massive intro about going to the mall, and I've not used the mall yet. I want to use the mall. I've used it once. I used it in that other short game, but that doesn't really count because we won so quickly. Okay, so now they are going to be able to knock out the Toxicroak, and that's making life a little bit more difficult for me, frankly, because now we aren't going to get that 150 damage off of every attack. Instead, it's only going to be 130, which means that our opponent is probably going to win. Drago's probably going to win because they're going to utilize something like a Cheryl, which could be very frightening. Don't like that, but that's okay. Where's the mall? We want to go to the mall today. No shopping mall. Okay, but decent hand. Croagunk plus Air Balloon plus Energy plus Research, all very playable cards in this economy. Very happy with that. Double ping from the Zigzagoon does not necessarily seem relevant on that Toxicroak. I wonder why you're doing that. You are going to take a knockout anyway, sir. That's a misplaced damage counter, if ever I've seen one. And 220 HP means we're going to survive a turn, so they probably should have just, they probably should have pinged the active. But you know what? It's fine. We're going to place the Dark Energy down. Let's put down the Spirit Mask. Let's put the Air Balloon and the Spirit Mask down. I mean, we can pick them up with them all, right? And then Research. So let's get them all. Let's get them all. A mall. Let's go, please. We've got the Garbodor, so we can play that down on the bench. Our opponent needs to take 5 more prizes, and that's going to be very easy for them to do. Let's just attack here. We get a little bit of poison damage off. 130 damage is pretty acceptable. We'll be on 260 next turn, but the unfortunate thing is that we are going to need to attack this thing 2 more times, depending, of course, on how they manage to get their energy situation going. Their healing situation. If they can heal at all from the Jolteon, this game becomes very, very difficult. If they don't, then perhaps we're looking at a win. Maybe. I would love a win. This deck has really struggled. Turns out that a really cool ability like Rubbish Collecting is really bad in a format that has hundreds and thousands of people playing Path to the Peak. So, there's that. Another Marnie. Alright, I'm not too worried about it. This hand was not amazing for us. We just want the mall. We want the shopping mall. Let's go. Nah. Yeah. Gee, I made the intro specifically to play the card combo. And now you're not letting me do it. I just want to put multiple different tools on our Garbodor and then move him. It's fine. It's whatever. Let's not worry about it. They're going to Thunder Rumble us. They are going to lose the energy off of the active thanks to our Helm. And then they're going to take 10 damage worth of poison, which, frankly, they deserve. So, look at all these cards in our hand that are not particularly useful. Well, frankly, at this point, it's not going to make that much of a difference. Let's just attack. We'll force them to not be able to retreat. We've got them poisoned. They're on 270 damage. I'm assuming that the Cheryl is coming here. I'm assuming that's the case. If they don't Cheryl, then suddenly the game is well and truly afoot because we can boss's orders, we can take a knockout. It's going to be fantastic. They're going to pick up their quick shooting Inteleon before pinging us, which is very strange. They're going to Drizzle. Maybe they're just going to look for the Max Thunder Rumble. Maybe that's their play here. You would have thought that they would have pinged us with the Inteleon, though, right? That usually seems like a pretty good play. I feel like we're being kept in the game here based on a couple of dastardly errors from our opponent. They still haven't played Cheryl yet. They could have searched for it then. I'm 99% sure they attached energy to the bench. So maybe they have Switch? Marnie. Okay, Marnie's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm 99% sure that we can manage something. Did they searched out a scoop up net and didn't scoop anything up? Let's play down the mall. We got the mall in our hand. We're going to play down the mall. We're going to then G-Max Melota. That was a weird game. Very weird. So Garbodor's done the job. There's a plane stuck to him. Did you notice that? and a car, and a ship. Well, I never. And a substitute. The more I look at this, the more I see. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. Ultimately, how good is this deck? In the short run, it's acceptable. It's not amazing. It's relatively cheap. Given a B grade for that, it's not too bad. There's no cards that are particularly expensive. But then again, PTCGO is in an absolute disaster at the moment, so there's no telling how cheap cards are at the moment. But that's fine. Whatever, just get them if you want, or don't. It doesn't matter. Power-wise, I've given this one a C. It's not necessarily super strong. It needs a little bit of work to get to that powerful position, and even when it's there, it's only half-hitting or three-shotting big VMAX Pokemon. Consistency-wise, it'll do what it needs to do most of the time, but you won't get the Toxicroaks in play as often as you need them. It's as simple as that. Ultimately, a pretty fun deck, not necessarily very competitive. You can take this one out casually and give yourself a game or two. It's not too bad, but not one for the ranked ladder at all, really. So there we have it, Garbodor is done. I almost stumbled over the name there. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming along. I appreciate your attendance as always. Don't forget to leave a like for me, that would be fantastic. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you would like to see in the next couple of videos. We have a ton of cool stuff coming up, including celebrations. That's coming out very, very shortly, so keep an eye out for some new cards on the channel there. Ultimately, thank you very much to everyone who has been here today. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for becoming a member if you are one, and I will see you next time for more from the Sableyes. Bye.